I think now I want to add objects on the map. And so I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it yet. I mean, it's not that hard, it's just that I really want to pick the right decision. So for example, here there's a tree somewhere here, right? And so, for example, like here there's a tree, and the tree is like on these 4 tiles. So I can't just put the tree there. The tree doesn't take up 1 tile, and I can't like say the object is there but draw it there. I actually have to draw like 4 portions of the tree that are going to be like that. It's going to be like a circle here, you know? I think I need another tile map. Yeah, so in chunk here, I would need like get walls, get texture set, get walls texture set, and something like get objects texture set. But I need a way to update it, that's the thing. I feel like it could take, that could be instead int pointer, and I could do, instead of bool, I would do, it would do something similar to that, but it won't exactly be that. That should store the int pointer tiles. Yeah, I guess I have to store width and height as well. This is okay. Yeah, draw should stay const, but you know what? We're just gonna scrap the const. Okay, so then that updates nothing. But I would like it to update vtile 0, 0. And then I would have to do tile map dot tiles 0 equals 0. Okay, let's see if that works. I'm not sure which tile it is. Maybe it's that one. I don't know where 0, 0 is, but it's around there. I think, wait, there's a way for me to know, right? I just have to go there. Yeah, okay, so that loaded the new chunk. And that loaded, oh wait, what? Oh, that's no good. It shouldn't load like that, it should only load once. I'm gonna have to look into that. Okay, yeah, so, well, that's a really neat proof of concept. So I can update the tiles, so it doesn't have to be const, so I can pretty much draw whatever the fuck I want and just update it. So now I'm just thinking that maybe maybe I didn't write the method like I should have. Maybe update should take like the parameters to update levels. That'd be a lot cleaner. So here, for example, I could do but that'd be a bit can I make std make pair or something? Can I do make, I think there's a make pair. Make pair vtile int. I can pass a vtile and then like 1023. And I can do that. And then in the update here, I would do, that'd be a vector of pair vtile int. And then that'd be for auto tile. That'd be tile. I do that. Tile.first.x, tile.first.y, and I would also have to do tiles actually let me do int index equals dot. That's your index. And then I want to do tiles index equals tile.second. Okay, now let's try that. I don't know if you can make pair of make pair. Probably, right? Yeah, so that worked. So now what I want is to be able to draw. So first I'm going to draw a tree, and then I'm going to like send some kind of signal that removes the tree and instead draws a stump. So first though, I need to make my textures. So let me go in Paint. That's how the trees are going to look. So you can really see that in the middle there's a... They don't look too good, huh? They really don't look too good. Well, so eventually what I want is to have... So for example, I would come here, I would do add, new item, and then that would be like a tree.header. And then here I would have include game object header, and then I'll have class tree public game object. Game object here, it's going to need a public void draw render window reference w transform. Do I have a game object CPP or did I not create it? I didn't, so actually I have to put it in the CPP. Add new item. What is it called? Game object.cpp. Include game object header. Then I would have void draw void game. Well, w.draw. Yeah, that'd be for photo e in game in ground objects. w.draw e, or actually just e.draw wt. So for the ground object, it's really a problem, because how are you gonna know when you're creating the tiles that you have a tree on that tile, but that it's really just a part of a tree? I had not thought of that, and I can't see a good way of doing it. Okay, I just had a kind of idea on how I want to make the actions work. Like when I'm going to click on the tree, for example, what's going to happen. And so I need to go in player, and it's going to have, right now it has a path, or it has current movement. It also needs to have something like function bool void current action. And here I'm going to do current action equals return true, like that. So the base function is just going to be return true, but eventually the function could be like if you're next to your target, do that, something. And you might want, actually that would be in the capture. So yeah, I think it can be a void, and I don't need to add anything. And so for example, when I'm in main, it would be around here, right? If I click on an object, get the first action of the object, and For example, if that action is to interact with the object in some way, then modify the current action of the player. So if the action is like chop down, I would do like get first action equals get first action or something. Ground object dot push back game object dot, what does the game object have? Oh, that's protected, but that shouldn't be protected. Yeah, fuck it. Dot ground, so you have to push back the ground object. So that's looking better. Man, this is really hard to think about. I don't know if that's even gonna work. Why do I have right banner opened? I don't need tree, I don't need tree header. For auto ground object and game object dot ground objects. If position equals ground object dot position, push back the ground object. Yeah, that is disgusting. If for if. Let's try to run that, see how that looks. Holy fuck. I remember where I was before I did that. I was doing so much stuff at the same time, modifying so much code. So I think tilemap is fine. Oh yeah, I was trying to make a lambda in chunk. Here, auto update object textures, which you would pass the position, the new texture index. It would update the object map. Damn, this is complicated. How do I want to go about this now? So I want to be able to click on an object and call a function. So for example, the class, okay, let me close everything and I'm gonna reopen stuff one by one. So let's start from the beginning. So you're in main. And what you want to do is check if you clicked on an object. So what you would do is if you clicked, vtile clicked, here you would do tile clicked. Well, you have to get the tile, and now you only have a v tile. But the tile clicked is the actual tile, right? Let me put a breakpoint there and just check that tile clicked isn't mod64. Actually, it would make like no sense if it was. So yeah, tile clicked is, yeah, there we go. Oh, I have to put it like there. Yeah, now tile clicked is an int. Well, vtile of int. So then that gives me the tile. So I need tile pointer t. And now, if t isn't equal to null ptr, actually I can just do if t. But actually, since, well, that would be in there. So you're there, so now you have to do t. What the fuck is, are the objects private? Okay, they're private. So now you want to do, you want to add a function like interact, and it's going to be either right or left click. So it should return an action, right? I think it should return an function bool void. Okay, and now you have to do player.currentAction equals dot. And on tick, player.onGameTick would have to do player.current not player, just current action. And actually, if current action equals return true. Actually, I don't even like doing that. It's probably cleaner that way. So then here, the ground object, it needs some kind of comparator, which would be a function bool that takes int is over object. And then in tile, if ground object dot is over object x y dot interactions, does it have, oh my god, does it have interactions? The game object that has interactions. Yeah, I think the ground object is going to take a function that returns. How did I do it in game object? Oh my fucking god, dude, this is gonna be terrible. It's a function that returns that takes nothing. Get interactions. But actually interactions, because you need to find, because if it's a left click, there's some interactions that don't do anything when you left click. So if you left click examine, for example, I think you can left click examine in some weird situations where there's no walk here option. But otherwise walk here as precedence equals true. And also needs a const bool actually yeah sure, const bool has red click action equals true, no, equals false. Get interactions 0. Yeah, that's not right. Ground object, the interaction can't be function void, it has to be function bool. That'd be dot second. Let's see if it works. I mean, it's probably not gonna work. Yep. Oh my god. The game object doesn't have interactions? Wait, what? It doesn't even get there. What the hell? This? There's 2 ground objects, but 0 game objects. How? How the fuck could that have happened? Oh, it's because oh, that's not the name of the, oh my god. Let's see, tile header. It didn't push onto it's this game objects. Okay, let's see. Now it's gonna work, surely, right? And so that says chop. Please tell me that that's gonna work. Oh my god, it worked! Oh, holy shit, it worked! No way, man. Now I just have to make it so the object is also on those tiles. Let's see if that works. Yes! So, of course, revive is not a real action. That would be terrible if you could just click a dead tree to revive it. So really what you want is when you do show stump, you would need like a function chop that does show stump and start revive process or whatever, and start revive process would revive it in a certain amount of time. I'm just not sure how I want to do that. So the task scheduler's job is to say on every tick what function do I run. So I'm not sure exactly how I want to do this, but this is pretty much what I want. So execute will execute the tasks for the current tick, and then tasks I'll execute and remove. Yeah, execute and remove. Let's call it something like that. It's whatever. For auto task in tasks per tick 0, try task. Why this alignment is not correct? I don't get it. But why are you aligning it there? That makes no fucking sense. I want it there. So you try to execute the task and yeah, you catch. Just in case I put some retarded shit in there, I don't want it to well, maybe if I do that, it's gonna stop reformatting. Yeah, okay, I'll leave it like that. So what I want to do is task per tick dot erase task per tick dot begin. If task per tick dot size, if not task per tick dot size, return while tasks per tick dot size is smaller than ticks until call. Tasks per tick dot push back an empty array, and then tasks per tick ticks until call equals dot pushback task. Yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do. I just created task manager like that, and then I need to like pass it to everyone. I really should use singleton pattern. I'm gonna Google how to do that, and I'm gonna modify so much code actually right now. So apparently it's not supposed to be a shared pointer. What you need to do is to say that returns a reference. And now, what is broken? Maybe some stuff here. How don't I get an error here? What the fuck? Oh, I have to do... Okay. Actually... I think I want it to be like that. Okay, let's see if that works. Chop. Oh my god, it worked! Okay, so actually I can include stdlib header instead of random. And then I can do srand 1, 2, 3, doesn't matter. Actually, I'm not even gonna srand. And here I can put rand times 20. And so now every time I do it, it's going to be a random number between 1 and 20 ticks. Twenty ticks is long. Well, I guess it didn't work because that's longer than 20 ticks, right? But I don't understand how it couldn't have worked, right? So rand wait, what the fuck? Let's look at schedule task in ticks. Let's put a breakpoint here. I can't. So ticks until call is 369 fucking thousand. Ah, it's okay, my bad. I have to do mod 20, not times 20. I think it returns a rand int. Yeah, it returns a rand int. Okay, that's why. So I thought it returned a double between 0 and 1, but it returns an int between like minus int min and int max probably. Okay, that was fast. Yeah, so clearly like that works. Oh! Can I tell where the error happened? Oh my god, I can't? Let's see if I can do it again. Oh shit, so if I click twice it fucks up? Is that the thing? Let me try to do it again. How the fuck? What is it doing? Like, what the fuck could it possibly be doing? Okay, yeah, so it was there. $11 and 0. Wait, was it what? Oh, okay, yes. I can't do -1 then? Takes until call? That makes no sense, bro. Now it doesn't work at all, right? 0, 1. So how does 0 go through? 0 minus 1 smaller than 1? Yes. Like, that makes no sense. How the fuck? Oh no, that's an unsigned. I made the biggest mistake there. And if I had just probably toggled the warning, maybe I would have had the warning there, I don't know. Okay. So now I have a lot of work to do because I think the player should be a singleton, the map should be a singleton, measures should be a singleton, and textures should be a singleton, and maybe even like the banners and the minimap, but those are just visual, so probably not. Like there's probably no problem for that. So I think what I have to do is to go in and make this map here pretty much all that. Yeah, all that. Load. and then map void map load. We'll do that, and then map header void map void load. And then delete loaded ij before and lock mutex.lock before, mutex.unlock after, and then map.chunkradius1 map.load. Okay, now I'm not gonna get any more errors, surely. Now there's another bug I want to try to fix, which is the rotation of the minimap. When I stretch my screen, it doesn't work. And it's quite annoying. I'm not exactly sure how to fix that. I think the scale has to go before the rotate. But because the reason it's stretching is very weird, and I feel like you have to scale it before. So there it works, and there, okay, so now it's no longer stretched, you know? So that's very good. And now the only problem is the translate. But I don't know if I could do that. I feel like that probably just wouldn't work, but let's try. Let's see what happens there. Okay, that just works. I knew I just had to find the right order of things. So yeah, I guess once I figured that I had to put the scale before the translate, like 30 seconds ago, that just triggered it, because the thing is, it shouldn't have been getting stretched weirdly, and the only reason it was because the scale there with the stretch was not the first thing I was doing. So if you do that first, that's out of the way. So that had to be probably first, because I think if you put the translate before the scale, then the stretch here, the scale would scale the translate as well, which is not what you want. Yeah, so okay, I can access the player. So eventually what will be written here is probably modify the player's path, and I'm gonna have to include like pathfinder or whatever. Modify the player's path if he's not next to the tree. If he is next to the tree, modify his animation, and set a callback to when the player will chop the tree if he hasn't walked away from it or something like that, which is kind of complicated. Yep. Okay, so now I want to actually try to set up the real mechanism, or like the real function that's going to go in cutting the tree, like actually exactly the code that's going to run when I actually click on the tree, you know? Not like actually exactly, like I'm not gonna add the item to the inventory and stuff, but I want that when I click on the tree, the player is gonna move to it and then start chopping, you know? That could be quite complicated. So the first thing to do would be to set the player path. So I actually think that in my main, the path I defined, that should be the player's path. So I have here player header and player CPP and main. So in main here, I make a path there. I think that should be the player's path. So in player here, I'm going to go private vital path. And actually, well, I'm just going to make it public because I know I shouldn't put everything public, but I just CBA. And I really don't think you need to worry that much about making stuff private or public. I mean, Python works after all, and nothing is private pretty much. So here, player.onGameTick, I no longer have to pass the path. So player header. So onGameTick, no longer need a path. And then player onGameTick, I don't need a path. I just have it because it's mine. And then in main, where I modify the path, it's here. I just have to do player.path and player.path. And let's just try that to see if that works. Mais oui, Mimi. Yeah, so the game still works. Now what I want to do is tree. This is actually going to be possibly problematic because I want to pathfind from where the player is to every tile on the tree and see which one is faster. I think I need to modify my my pathfind function actually for that to be good, because otherwise because it doesn't have to be 4 times as long to pathfind to 4 tiles. It should be pretty much exactly the same time. All you have to do is modify the pathfinding algorithm. So pathfind is no longer gonna pathfind to a second tile. That's gonna be a vector of v tile b, and that's going to be vector vital b. If a b dot, there's no contains, right? I'm just going to do for each. So for auto t in b, if a equals t return. If current, well, here it's the same. So for auto t and b, if current equals t, just break. And then if current isn't equal to b, return. If current isn't equal to b, so here I have to do bool current is valid equals false. If current is equal to the tile, current is valid equals true. And I can even break, like, it's not gonna be much faster, but yeah. Okay, my cat is going fucking crazy. If current isn't valid, return that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take a look at the tilemap class now because I want to see if I can add more textures, and if I can see how the tilemap class is done, maybe I can modify it. Well, now that I think about it, this code is already valid. It should already work if I put a 2D texture, so I'm just gonna try it. Now, since I'm 100%, I'm gonna remove those, and it's gonna work. Yep. That works. Okay, now the inventory should be full player inventory items. Oh shit, they all have ID 0. That is not good. So when you add an item, it doesn't work. This items, ID 0, no way, man. No way. Yeah, there's 3 remaining because there were 28, you remove 25. And then space should say 25. Okay, do you have 2A? Should say true, true, false. True, true, false, nice. And then remove 4 should say false. And it should still be there, yep. So it looks like it's working. We're gonna leave that there for now. And here, inventory, done. Now resource collection, that's more complicated because I have to like assign an item and put it in the player's inventory, but it shouldn't be too hard. Like all I have to do is go into code. I actually have to change a bit of stuff. I want to remove the tree class and put it in the game object actually. So let's remove all that. Game object and tree. Game object and tree. What I'm thinking is the game object should be constructed from enough information to be able to recreate all of this pretty much. So none of this is too, maybe I need a class resource actually, just so I don't fuck up. I'm gonna do that. New item, header, and then that's gonna be game resource object dot header or something. And then I can do class game resource object, and then I can do hash include game object header, and then I want something kind of like that. There I copied everything actually. So here that'd be game resource like that. Qualified name, oh yeah, my bad. Oh, it's because I copied the CPP. Let's do that then. So int ID, tile map pointer, the position. Send player to start cutting trees undefined. It's now called send player to start collecting. Okay, so here we go. Now we have the entire code for the tree, but modified in a way that it's not called a tree, it's called a game resource. Now I have to modify the code so that it's not just for the tree. Okay, let's see if that works. I probably forgot something somewhere that's gonna make this not work, but it compiled. Okay, so it works. I clicked away right on the tick where it chopped. I was about to give up. So so here I need to player.inventory.add, and then So let's do like logs 1, and then the other two are stackable, false, and wait. Wait, yeah, the last one is an unsigned, right? Item, it's an unsigned wait. I can't, I did it wrong. Item header, that's S2I R4 again. So that's going to be wait 1. And then game resource CPP. I was here, inventory.add item. Phew. Call stock right here. Main line 34, load, chunk, build the tree from string line 8 here. Okay, so well, this is only called once, so I can just put a breakpoint and look at it. So array is size 4. So I fucked up already. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what was its ID name? Index bool wait. ID name index bool wait. Is that a bug? One logs, one false. Yeah, that's a bug. That's a bug. Split string CPP. So that's for every character. Yeah, I have to do v.pushback buffer at the end. That's a weird bug, bro. Don't know, I didn't catch that before. Okay, so do I still have the breakpoint here? Yep. Player, inventory, items, logs, nice. Continue. Yeah, it would be a lot more explicit if I did collect and then return not is up. That would be a lot better. Well, schedule task in ticks, and if task, you schedule it. Okay, so if it returns true, it keeps going. So returns is up is fine.
Oh man, Freestyle Friday number 3. Thanks, Regina. I appreciate you letting me use the sample. Back when DJs still could play what they wanted, us little tykes didn't care how hard you started. All we wanted was to hear that fresh shit blast. Hit pause on the tape deck if it was trash. Mixtapes for tapes, not playlists, and we made them in real time, so makeshift. Wait for the station and grab my tapes. Got my trigger finger ready for the top 888. Now how the fuck is this little guy pants still really high, listening to Let Me Rob by Dr. Dre? Well, I'll tell you, I went and stole my sister's tapes, and they had the tip of sticker, so they cursed away. And Miss Gore and Dolores Tucker, please listen up. Intentions were good, but man, you still fucked up. You can't touch an art form like ours, and you made Little Leader want to spit bars, go hard. Yeah, yeah. On the radio, we all wanna be. We all wanna be. We all wanna be. And I wanna be. We all wanna be. We all wanna be. And I wanna be. Yeah, we all wanna be. On that that jam box, turn that jam up. That's me, motherfucker, so just put your hands up. Toast those jazzes, we are not average. We can make magic, we are young mavericks. We can watch Labyrinth, debate David Bowie, and talk about how the song in the movie is a poem. And this is poetry, and we roll with these punches in minutes and days until it's over. We won't stop until the last breath, and this music keeps us human till death. A 4-chord progression so deaf that a tear slips out your eye and you're left breathless, relentless, unkempt, but you feel so free those words were unsaid. Yeah, emails were unsent, and for 3 good minutes you ditched that regret, cause you, yeah, yeah, on the, yeah, yeah. We all wanna be, we all wanna be, and I don't wanna be. We all wanna be, we all wanna be, and I don't wanna be. We all wanna be. Talk to him, Regina. Regina, please tell them what I can't. Tell them what I can't, but do not recant. Whatever that means. Oh man, it's fading out. Why is it doing that? Go to edouble.com. You seem nice. Freestyle Friday number 3. We're just getting started. It's 2010. I gotta go drink some bourbon. Have a good one.
Okay, so now I'd like to add a right click on game objects, and what I did when I'm not in the right file, it's in this file. I put a switch case here, and not sure if I like that this is, don't know if I should put it like that. Anyway, so yeah, you switch on the event mouse button, and then if you do a middle click, you teleport. And right now if you do right click, you do nothing, and if you do a left click, you check if you have a red click. If you have a red click, you set the interaction pretty much, and if not, then you do that. So yeah, and here let me do that. So yeah, if you can't find any interaction, you just walk over there. So you pathfind to the position, or you teleport to the position, or you manage to find a click there. But I might be able to combine these two, because here I want to go through the objects in a very similar way, and instead of checking for that, I want to get all of their interactions, and I want to stack them. Wait, if... Alright, I'm starting to add like a bit of code related to mouse buttons like everywhere, and especially like passing the event to the tile, and then in the click I use the event to well, do I use the event? Yeah, I use it here, like, and I was about to use it in another spot, and I'm thinking I probably don't want to do that, and I want to extract this bit of code from main too. So I think what I need really is a new item. It's gonna be a mouse event. And so here I'm just gonna do class mouse event, and it's gonna have vpixel position. I need to make this public, and now I want to add class mouse click, mouse down, or mouse click event, public mouse event, and then I need mouse move, and I'm not sure if I need anything else really. I want to make functions that take either a mouse move event, mouse middle, left, or right click, And within each of these functions, I'm going to do different things. So in main, I'm going to include mouse event header. And here when I do pull event, so I'm going to make a shared pointer mouse event mouse event, and so I don't even have to delete it. Do I have to put the new in there? Okay, I don't even have to put the new. So yeah, I just make shared like that. Mouse left click event, mouse right click event, and mouse middle click event. I might have to do some kind of a visitor pattern to actually call the right function with that. Not exactly sure how that's gonna work. If I'm gonna be able to call the right function depending on the event. But so I found an old project I made where I made a chess that plays with the Minimax algorithm, a chess AI that plays with the Minimax. And so I have the visitor here, but I'm not even sure how it would apply to my situation, which really is always the problem when you're programming. You don't know how to apply the design pattern to your situation. So back then I managed to do it, but now it seems more complicated. So when do I use this Control-Shift-F visit? When do I use that? Is it only in chess pieces? I have chess piece visitor, chess piece value visitor, and then so the pieces have accept. So the pieces accept a visitor, and then they do visitor just visit me. So for my situation, that would be mouse event dot accept visitor does visitor visit this. Well, I think it's like that actually. Wait, could the visitor be the tile? Could I do mouse event dot accept tile pointer t and it wouldn't be visit, it would be on mouse event with this mouse event. That's what I want to do. And then the tile is going to be a mouse event visitor. Oh my god, that is fucking brilliant. I think that's going to work. I really think that's going to work. Oh, that should stop me from left clicking through the interface pretty much. Let's see if that works. Yeah. Oh, there's a bug there. So if I click on the first option, alright, pretty cool. Yeah, I just found a bug in the pathfinding. If I do that, I move left first, but if I do, like depending on where I'm placed, I don't move exactly like in RuneScape. Pretty much in RuneScape, you always move east-west priority over north-south. So I need to add these two first. And actually, maybe there's something wrong here. You have an obstacle here and you're standing here and you click here. The path can either do that or that. So depending on whether I push this corner or this corner first right here, which would be like -1 or 1 it's gonna go like right now 1 would make it pick this path first. And it's the same deal if you're let's say you want to go here or the opposite, so like you're there and you want to go there. So the path should do something like that, but it could also do something like that. So it could go does it go left or right priority? And I don't know that, so I'll probably have to play RuneScape or ask my friend about it. So yeah, because I do not want to log into RuneScape. Let me just say that much.